Alright, on this new episode, and hopefully we got a great program for you tonight, or today, depending on the time of day you're watching. But first things first, gotta send China a precision online. Particularly this guy who's been a bit of a half and half of a screw up, so we're sending a mystic to him over there. Of course, that would mean that I would have to, precision. Hopefully I don't have to wait long, even though I'm currently suffering from the flu, but I had a bad mystical treatment with getting a bunch of good traits, far too many to mention. But hey, I have 4 out of 7 virtues. So that just makes me the truest of the true Zoroastrians in the history of the Senulatovic dynasty. News reaches me of the traveling Arabic scholar who just arrived in a ship in the harbor of Muscat. The scholar named Malik Malikid is rumored to be working on a compendium of medical treatments. This will likely make him a willing candidate for the position as we continue this work in my court. A physician should Mutazite bring him to me. As if I spent too much big money now. Speaking of that, no. I'll give it to you in another time. We're building a castle right here in Zaklumia. And they said it's going to take you 3 years. Oh, right, the smuggler's ring. Well, send a Darik pet and try to improve it. We're building this castle and it's going to be for the Immortals. Yes, we're going to have the Immortals move into our local county. Which will represent their presence in Croatia, in Zaklumia, which is in today's southern Bosnia and Herzegovina. If the trade master needs money, I'm gonna give it to him, but this is not the time, nor the place. I'm trying to build a reputation. See? People are respecting my rule again. My food tasted strange lately. I began to eat less and less for the fear of being poisoned. I don't trust the spine master to find a poisoner. The only one I can rely on is my friend. Oh, I don't want to lose temperate. I'm convinced someone's trying to poison me. What the hell are you doing? Treat me. I still have the flu. Just when I had the Darik hunt going to work. Hey, the mayor of Tehran. You are going to help me construct this place faster. As long as you know what you're doing. I mean, it's a flu. What are you talking about? Poison? You must be joking. This stew tastes fine. Maybe it just needs a bit more salt, but there's nothing wrong with it. Bolan, the drunkard, and friend, this misunderstanding, leaving me feeling forlorn and scared for my life. The poisoner's out there, wanting to kill me. Now I'm paranoid. When Malik entered my chambers, followed by an air most foul, the stench seems to originate from this jar in hands. A mixture of cow's dung and herbs from my poultice, master. And he proceeded to smear it on my chest, and I almost retched. I actually feel better. It'll be done next year. There must be more to life than this, and I will find it. Just give them 2 shipments of high quality goods. Can't use money. Because I bankrupted the Empire twice, and I had a sickness twice. Why am I not fully healed? Is it because of my age? But nonetheless, when I'm ready to die, and Tomislav is going to make this empire rich again. Everything's so clear to me now. Not really. I mean, I doubt it because I've been doing a lot of things that would increase the potential. There you go. You have your money. More normal. I wouldn't name her Vesna because that's going to remind me of the time she got gored by a boar. Gored to death. So it's not wise to name her that. I'll name her Liliana. Hold on. Oh boy. I should keep this to myself in case I'm wrong. I don't want to be proud again. It's not because it's money to spend. Small kitties demanding my touch. Okay, get the kitten. You're never too old to have a cat. But hey, it increases your chance of health. You're never too old to have a cat. Ah. Do something different. I do know for a fact I'm not going to live long enough to write another book. Look at you, both cynical. Wow, you two have a lot more common than I originally thought. When the devastating plague goes away, one thing I hope is, when it goes back to stable, I could request an invasion and destroy the, one of the main enemies that's been, a bit of a roadblock to us, in a way. Not the Holy Roman Empire, but rather one of the Indian empires. Well, it's not an empire, it's just a really, really large, kingdom. What do they call their kingdoms? Kingdom, okay. Alright, the sky is pitch black and I'm making my way up to the hill, carrying my instruments. I have a good feeling about my calculations. Tonight is the night. I begin to unpack, and I'm in the middle of adjusting my lenses when I realize the starfall is visible even without my tools. I gasp, my chest filling with jubilant glee. Across the dark heavens, a tiny speck of light is moving, a white trail marking its journey. This is what it's all about. There you go. You got what you came for. Even if I did shit on the observing sky thing. What did I tell you about screwing with the dragon? But now the dragon has to... What on earth? I do recall there was a revoke, a title war for Voinea, but you know, Haradets was involved too, but somehow they became part of the Zoroastrian Khanate of Russia. Because, you know, it's ran by Zoroastrian Mongols, which I don't mind. As long as they're Zoroastrian, then that's fine. Anyways, here's the new castle. Zrokebrieg. That will be the home of the Immortals. Where are they? Okay. Borzorg, you're still around. And apparently, you lost your balls. Sorry to know that. So here you go. That must be able to marry and produce heirs. Well, tough luck. And who is there? Nope, excuse me. Who is going to run the place? Really, out of all the people that they voted on the open elective, they want a Senulatovic to be the heir of the Immortals. Bad parent, angry, outraged, fired from council, recently... Look, do I have to remind you this again? It's just like I had this talk with my wife. You didn't get fired. You fired yourself. There is a word for firing yourself. That's called quitting. You decided to sell yourself to the Immortals. Because you wanted it, and you got it. We're not rivals. And you chose to be celibate? Why? Never understand you. Well, it looks like I'm going to be keeping this castle of Zrokebrieg for a while now. Why have I not gotten over the flu or the wound? I guess that's going to be the end of me. I haven't done this in a while. I want to know what will happen to me as Emperor. A good omen. Okay. It's just, hopefully that means I'll get better from the flu. That's what the future is telling me, right? Right? You're trying to steal my artifacts, Slobo? So Slobo was trying to steal my artifacts. We call him Slobo because it's short for Slobodan. It's a nickname. I'm sure he was trying to steal some book from the university. Oh. Natural philosophy for that. And you didn't get lover's pucks. Excellent. I think your paranoia might have been a Palmyra. Gee. At least we're close to Palmyra. Head over there. And put me in a game. Put me in the army, coach. Coming in. You'll have your money. your lesson. Be brave and don't be a puss. Oh, don't want to burn my kin. No, no. You just toward a nudge. That's a proper way of disposing. It's a proper way of disposing a foul demon. That's a check name. Interesting. At least we're making all that money again, which that money is to be used for the next ruler. Well, it's time for my treatment again. As long as you know what you're doing. The red powder is tantalizing color. The servant had made a mistake of tasting its pure form. His tongue had swollen up badly, and Malik chastised him for it. And he poured the spice in the chalice of water and stirred it meticulously before feeding me a spoonful. Alright, thank you. Successful treatment. Everything that you need. I was wondering when she was pregnant, but apparently again. Mobodan Burak? The priest of priests, Burak? Okay. I guess I'll go through that little feast of his. You know, it's a long travel from Sen to Esfahan, one can imagine. Except I'm in Palmyra, so it's actually much shorter. But you know how feast preparations go. Yipe. Actually, there's one thing to do. Since we already did the construction bit. I see a few of our names, which I thought that shouldn't be necessary. Thieves' guilds are being eradicated. Best friend. Alright, get that slothful idiot. Oh, time to get back to real life. Yeah, I got money to bribe the guards. Oh, that wound took an eternity and a half to heal. I'm gonna be searching for items. You break some stuff. I know you don't like me, Jadrika, but we got to cooperate. Oh, damn it. Release me, I'm the colleague of your master. Oh, gee. I've reached the point where I'm willing to shamelessly beg for water when the guards drag me to the cell. I must be. Then I see Albuquerque's scornful-faced. Well, 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 my cards have caught one laughable crook indeed. If I just wanted to look at you. Mercy, mercy, I can't return to that place. Yeah, this is my second or third time in jail. Oh, you son of a bitch. You're willing to release my daughter, but you're not releasing me? You can go back to being an apprentice. How dare you? Okay, now you're being generous. Greedy guy. Right. Gee, I don't know what to do. I'll just be a family man, why not? Only because, look, I feel bad about you now, despite what we've been through. You said it was a nice adventure, but it didn't turn out well. What? Well, I'll tell you what we have time for. The grand debate. Something about me and grand debates. Oh man. I guess that's kind of too late to have the grand debate now. Emperor Branimir is ascended to heaven at age 63. He died from a bad case of a flu, which never ever went away. Well known to be charitable, he freely gave money to his friends and family, which he bankrupted the country twice. A godly man. Branimir is with Mazda now. Emperor Tomislav. Surrounded by enemies and rivals, we hope that Tomislav's rule is not struck short by the means of a dagger in the back. Long live Emperor Tomislav. He's 31. Okay, slow down. So he's still the member of the Medic Society, while I was part of the trade group. Yeah, I'm told this. I just came back there right now. Honest and raw. Oh yeah, this is gonna take a while. I guess I'm gonna have to go into business for myself. Hey, natural philosophy may help me. But I have a lot of learning. No need for personal combat skill, but you do need some diplomacy and where can I find some stewardship? There it is. There's one. Oh, you gotta have the vassal opinion. I have to activate one more. Oh yes, this'll do. Only Grace doesn't think highly of me. For whatever reason. Okay, it's the opinion of predecessor. Yeah. Branimir was a kind man. Despite the fact that they nicknamed him Son of Iron, but I believe that was just they were trying to detract him. But hey, at least we have a lot of common. Both Aristotelian, Academy graduate, diligent, cynical, St. Isaac. Not to mention a little bit of a sex appeal. But I already switched the books. Most of them. Just keep it here. Oh, since I'm a money man, a patronage shall be Harupatat, perfection. Alright. Look, he was a great emperor despite bankrupting him twice, so he shall have a golden tomb worthy of his name. Yeah, we gotta get rid of these things from the treasury. All of it. Because that's Hermetic Society stuff. We're not into that sort of thing. Okay, put your back into it. It's my father's tomb you're building. Nose. Bad skill. Alright. We build another golden tomb, and I believe he... Is he the fourth ruler to have a golden tomb? Yeah, ever since Yadrinka, the first empress. So no one shall ever disturb it. Comanche, the horseman, as the apprentice trader. Excellent. Although honestly, should have waited for that mission, but I've already decided. The new Empress of China. She likes Hindus, but doesn't like wealth. So... How dare you? I can lift that ban right now. Remove the ban from the academy. Jeez. We didn't bankrupt ourselves, we just lowered our money all the way because Tomislav was formerly a trade master, so all that money just goes withered away. So one would interpret that say, well, we're going back to starters. Hey, want a eunuch? He's ill. What war are you fighting? For Ultra Jordan. that area? Needs a little more diplomacy. We can do very well. Oh, in about a few. Oh, you've expanded further up north. Well then. Here's a castle, and here's another. Oh, come on, let her go free. You're being paranoid, that's all. Gee. Calm the situation down. Let me guess, they're gonna call us stupid. Stupid! People call us stupid. Damn it, people. Why do bad things happen to good people? No. Oh, Venice is no longer a merchant republic. Because the Zoroastrians took it over. Because the Queen did. Because she said so. Matters of life and death. With age comes wisdom, they said. Or at least it may change the questions we ask. I muttered myself. I've had trouble sleeping lately, more often than not. While the rest of my court is sound asleep, I find myself staring at the ceiling. I'm getting older. I'm 32. Each day, closer to leaving this plane of existence. It is a folly to hear such things, of course. Yet I cannot keep these feelings at bay. Didn't I used to dream of grander things? What about carving my own path? What happened to my ambitions? I sit up straight to bed. This is ridiculous. I am a ruler. I have the people ready to serve me at any whim. Perhaps my counselors have ideas. If nothing else, it might ease me trouble sleeping. Summon a council. I summon a secret meeting. Invite only. A meeting of the minds. My council convenes and the faces of my advisors speak of confusion. Why are we here, my lord? It comes with a hint of concern. I sit down and suspense is almost tangible. As I leave the question hanging in the air, I finally speak without disclosing much of my nightly restlessness. I convey the message eloquently enough. I want to discuss the concept of life and death, and I want to look into everlasting life. They nod slowly. So what do you think? The spirit rises in the room as my counsel starts to talk. Some hesitantly, some just and wildly. They all have ideas. Hey, Mr. Wisdom. Oh, you get to live long. It's a mild cancer you got, so I trust Wisdom Soymir, the Bulgarian, to handle this discreetly. So my spy master Wisdom Soymir claims to have connections he can't rightly speak of. However, that one raised eyebrow of his tells me that one of these shadowy figures of the underground might just have the information I need. Very well. even though my patron angel is Haruvatat, not Ameritat, immortality. What on earth? Authentic love letters proving that wisdom so me to a great economy is actually a bastard. His mother, Countess, Iskra, had a torrid love affair with Kulin. What? How am I supposed to know this? I'm gonna keep this information to myself. Look, I sent him out to get what I want. You know, he's got connections. Do not use this information against him. What was it called? 1430. Just barely into my first year, and already I'm thinking about life and death. That's something. Put me back in that trade league. What the? I was about to say, why am I selling trade goods? Put me back in there. Also, is my brother a member of the Immortals yet? Well, he is a member of the Immortals, but he's not the Grand Master of the Immortals. I should correct myself. I guess the reason why these guys in the Immortals Council is because he's got a degree, he's a doctor of law, and among other things, so many of those Persians and Russians and others were like, this guy's got potential. He needs to be the next Grandmaster of the Immortals. Screaming arrows. That doesn't mean anything because we have all the technologies researched. It's all done. Verdonian. Your jurisdiction. You handle that problem. Alright, who runs Verdun? Bavaria. Okay. Promises in the dark. My spy master finds me at night, startling me awake. Sorry, master, but the walls have ears. I dare not come during the day, he says. Somebody's on my track. I could use some help throwing him off my scent. No, don't worry. It means that we're getting close, he whispers. A confident smirk is just only visible on his face. There is a legend, you see, and we're very close to locating a certain person who can help. But we're not the only ones looking for her. See? This is why I hired you. Very high intrigue. You are a deceitful one. You're an elusive shadow and a schemer. You're the master of the game. Even though you're the Grand Master of the headmaster of the Academy, but you got talent. Wow. That's a lot of money. I could pay for disguises. That's a huge amount of money to spend on disguises. So he will receive additional funds for some stealthy gear. Then again, it's only a matter of time. Well, alright. Guess we'll get back into this sort of business affair. What the? Righteous shocking news. Herbad Prohor of Sturmitsa has tried to have me assassinated to make sure I wouldn't discover his plot to kill Otana Aguli. How dare you? Your plot is revealed. Oh, what I would do to arrest you right to frickin' now. Actually, we can arrest him. There you go. Your secret is safe. No one's gonna hurt you anymore. Whoa, hey. Calm down, sister. It's not appropriate. I'm not lustful. Am I? No. Increase the guard. And highway robbers that can be frequent. Wolf. Hire additional more guards. And send them in. All because of corruption from the, Well, speaking of sending them in, looks like we're gonna have to send some more. Our troops stationed in Palmyra, get your asses over to Verdun. No, I can't do books at this time. I think by the time we get there, they might as well conquer the fire temple of Verdun. And yet, that place name, Verdun, has a bit of infamy itself for those who are familiar with World War I history. Yeah, get her out of there. I don't want to see her again. She tried to seduce me. Well, she wasn't seducing on purpose, but she got fancy with me. Oh, stupid folks. They destroyed a temple shipyard and a soup kitchen and two of the Vadhams. Savages. Savages, I tell you. Council is no longer, well, you know, discontent. Just figuring out the words. Where are you guys? They're rampaging across Verdun. And Bavaria's not doing a thing about it. And I am not going out there in the battle, leading my troops, because I do not want to jinx myself. What? Well, he's a hedonist, and he's paranoid and cruel, so he's been discovered charging money for various religious favors. Well, he's the priest of priests. He does what he wants. Let him do what he wants. I don't want to make him angry, though. I don't want him to excommunicate me. Can he? Say. No, he cannot excommunicate people. Doesn't say, because it's not Catholicism where you can do that. It's a habit of mine when I used to play as a Christian many times, but not enough Zoroastrian. A mystic appears. I'm almost used to my spy master Soymir visiting my chambers at strangest hours, but I still jump when he steps out of the shadows one evening. It wasn't easy, but we got something, my lord, he says calmly. If clandestine meetings have become the norm for social interaction, I compose myself before asking, what? My voice is not quite concealing my irritation. Perhaps I were foolish to investigate internal life. I could be setting up myself to be duped, or so the whispers go. There's a mystic. She's something else, so Amir says, interrupting my thoughts. Should I bring her to you? Courtier named Cleopatra. Cleopatra? That's a Greek name, isn't it? What the hell am I doing? Give me a new court position. Well, we can't do that now. Well, who can be one? Wait a minute. You guys still need a position? No. Not yet. But we'll tell you what. Is not landed. Damn it! Well, we don't want to give him away yet. We're in the middle of a quest here. I could imprison the priest of priests? That's madness. Oh, I mean, it's like, has anybody... No. Hell, not even in the, Well, anyways, just, can you freaking imagine you just jailed your own guy? And look, we did it! We're gonna put you under house arrest. I want you to stay there and think about it! Also, hurry the hell up and get over there. And simply for the sake of it, here's someone else. And I'm surprised Borzorg is still running the place. Come on, give my brother that position. Now. Okay, here's... Oh, Chief Nizam. That's what you need. And Aram, this is yours too. Ichanka. Right then, that ends the nomadic helm agitation. An intriguing encounter. The old peculiar woman introduced herself as Cleopatra. At least that's what you think she said. Her words are distorted with a foreign accent. She claims to possess the circuit knowledge of transmuting the base metals into gold. And more importantly, she tells me tales of the mysterious philosopher's stone. If I were to believe her words, it grants its maker eternal life. While I normally would not be inclined to trust a woman like this, her words do intrigue me. In any case, she looks the part. Judging from her wrinkles and hunched back, she must be very old. But is she immortal? Cleopatra the Alchemist. She's Egyptian. And yet she uses a Greek name. She is a hunchback, a mystic, slothful, proud, paranoid, ambitious, deceitful, erudite, and will not marry. Not at all. But she knows intrigue. Oh man. I've already pissed enough people off around here, but do I need to piss off these Mobads here? Mobads and Herbads? All these bads? Cut it out, will ya? I will accept your teachings, Cleopatra. Eternal life must be mine. Your consorts of infidels. There, sympathy for Islam. And I am never going to be a member of the secret society. This is just only for a matter of life and death. Oh, hell. That's in our own backyard. Hopefully Wallachia deals with this. If not, then damn it, why do you even exist? as an entity. Uh-oh. Yep. What I'm doing is wrong. You're a member of that faction, are you? No, you're not, but this is gonna hurt her opinion towards me. I am really Mr. Keeping Things to Himself kind of guy. Yep, they took Verdun. The bottom of Verdun, the Fire Temple. There it is again. Okay, hang on. Starting with the trial of the body. Cleopatra explains that I need to obtain the ingredients known as the 3 primes, first of which is salt. When I offer to send a servant to the kitchen, she protests. The art of alchemy is not simply one of collecting ingredients and mixing potions. In order to create the Philosopher's Stone, you also must create the better self. The old crone says I must conquer my body by mastering the art of pickpocketing. Being of noble birth, I've never needed to resort to such methods, but I do pride myself being deft of hand. It cannot be that hard, can it? Well, it's kind of questionable, because as high as the intrigue skill is, I mean, I'm honest and I'm wrathful. So that can't be good. I mean, this has got to be handicapping my way. I should have done the one that would lead me to diplomacy. The martial one we've done that to death. Because we did that in the Vukovic tales. When we did that with the African woman. We tried a learning thing here and we screwed that up. Because, you know, we had a bad Mobad. So, hang on. Alright, teach me all your tricks, wise woman. Even though my chances are not looking too good. A mining network. For quite some time now, more and more miners have started mining for ore and breaking stone in the mountains of Zaglonia. It has come to the point when there's a massive network of them, all organized in various interconnected guilds. Crafty, so I could bring these guilds into the employ of the crown. Hang on. Should be good. Don't make a mess of it. Taking care of Verdun. Seems someone had to do it. And it had to be Bulgaria. Alright, head to Nicomedia. Not my problem. I guess it's for that county that already has vampire hysteria. An encounter with Ahura Mazda. The day of the first trial has arrived. I dressed myself as a lowly commoner and left my guards behind. It is a strange feeling, walking through a crowded market as if no one special. Instead of giving away, people walk right into me and spit curses at me as I stumble. I started feeling uneasy and decided to hurry up and get it over with. However, my nerves seemed to got the better of me and I make a dreadful mess of my attempt. Within seconds, a spice merchant started pressing my face into the ground. Don't hurt me. I'm Emperor Tomislav of Croatia. I shouted, panic. Yes, and I am Herhora Mazda. A merchant scoffs and turns to his guards. Show this drag what we do to thieves. I'm the Emperor. I swear, get your hands off me. I fail in Cleopatra's quest and she leaves my court. I become one-handed and severely injured. I'm still honest, but I'm mangled and severely injured. Well, we failed that quest. I mean, there's no crying over spilled milk. I mean, yeah, every time when you get that feeling of failure, it just makes you feel stumped and depressed. But don't look depressed, am I? No, because look, we're on the final years of this series. What do you need to be immortal for? Even if I die, I mean, we know Nicola's gonna be the next, Croatian Persian emperor. But the thing is like, what's the use about being immortal in such of a very, very late playthrough? Yeah, that's just something that we may question ourselves at. Who's that? You're 33,000 and they have, 8,000. How'd you get up there? How did you get up there? You know, I'll go. Maybe there's something that could get me motivated to, you know, get back into fighting. So, I guess on the next episode, Tomislav gets to ride again. For now. Unless he dies of his injuries because of what happened in that market. So, until then, so long for now.